What's going on, people? It's your boy Manuel Godoy, and we've actually had a pretty good month. We've had an amazing month so far from the business side of things. So I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen right now because, things are going well. But today, what we're going to be talking about, right? And the reason why we're having this meeting late is because I want my West Coasters, right? I want my West Coast people in this meeting too. I didn't want them being cut off because they still at work. So we wanted to make sure that everybody was here because it's a very important announcements we got tonight. All right, because we're going to be talking about three different things that are critical. One, well, actually, it might be four because technically we have our demo coming out soon for our Black Sands video game. That's also going to be done. So there's four things that we're going to be talking about. I'm not going to really touch too much on the video game stuff because that's not really important right now. But it will be done within the next couple of weeks as well. So we're going to be talking about three critical things. That is the Black Sands anime investment round. Okay, this is where we're going to own the anime. All right, that's what it's going to be about. So the Black Sands anime investment round. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about casting. So a lot of you guys, you might have forgot about the casting round for round two with the other characters. But we're going to give you an extra 5 days to finish. All right. So we're going to say March 5th is going to be the last day of the casting for those characters. So I'm giving you that opportunity. So if you forgot to, if you didn't finish it up, you got a couple more days to get it done. If this is your first time hearing it, you got like a week maybe to do your submission for the second set of characters for the Black Sands YouTube series. And then finally, after all that, we're going to be talking about the anniversary editions. So these are actually hitting now, man. The Black Sands anniversary editions will be arriving in the middle of March. So we're going to be talking about the anniversary editions, ways you can claim them. If you already ordered them through Kickstarter, we're just going to be start shipping at the end of March, right? But people that are brand new, they still have opportunities to get anniversary editions. We'll talk about that at the very end of the meeting. For now, please let me know where you're representing from. All right, in the comment section, let me know what state you're representing or what country you're representing. I got a lot of fans all around the world. So let me know what state or what country you're representing tonight. And make sure to share this with a friend, please. If you have the opportunity, if you're watching on your phone, share this video with your friends. Send a text message. Say, hey, you want to get on this. You don't want to miss this meeting because I'm telling you, man, this meeting might change your life. All right, this meeting right here might change your freaking life. Real talk. All right, got a lot of people over in Virginia. Yo. So we got the people up in Virginia, the DMV, right? We got the DMV up in here. I got a lot of business down there too, so I'm gonna be talking to you guys a lot in the future. We got Tokyo, DL's in Tokyo, no doubt. Show enough, show enough. Paul Shepard, Dallas, Texas. What's good? South Korea. I got a couple people in South Korea. That's what's up, man. Where is the link? What link you looking for? I'll give you all the links later on. All right, so I'll give you all the links later on. Don't worry about that. And we can also follow up afterwards. Okay. Also, if you look right here, it says next investment round begins in May. Pre-sign at patreon.com/Black Sands. So if you're not a patron yet, if you're not an active patron subscriber, make sure that you're a patron subscriber by the time this meeting is over, okay? Because I do it every time. So you can look in the past investment rounds. Patrons and previous investors invest first. They have exclusivity. No one gets to invest before them. So if you're not a patron, you're not getting that exclusive access. You're not going to get that discount for the first investors, and you're just going to be ass out. That's just the way it is. You're not going to get the benefits. Period. So be careful about that, okay? Let's see. All right, so let's start this off, man. The first topic we're going to be talking about is the voice acting. I'm going to do the voice acting first because I don't think the voice acting is the most important thing right now because it's one of those like fan projects. So I'm going to talk about that first. All right, so let's go and make sure that I have that presented too. So let me go and present the screen that shows you where the voice acting is going to be. So here we go. Let's get this. And we're just going to go in there and we're going to go directly to the campaign. And so if you're a patron, right? If you're a patron, what you want to do is you're going to basically scroll down the page until you see the couple of posts, right? And the post that you need to be caring about is this one right here. The second round opens, right? So this is the post right here. Go to the second round opens post, and it's going to basically take you to this page right here. Second round opens. Hey, family, you can now compete for the remaining characters, including Seth, Offset, Endocles, and more. Right. So when you click on that and you click to the thing, it's going to actually take you to my landing page for the voice acting competition. You can read all this on your time, right? But the main thing you want to do is click onto this Google document at the bottom. And it's going to give you instructions on what characters to get and everything else. So I'm gonna share that with you right now, just so you can see exactly what the application looks like. Right? Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So as you can see right here, right, when we're doing the submissions, what you're going to be paying attention to, and I'll just do this right here so you can see it a little bigger. Right, and I'll close the banner too, just so you don't have to see it right now. So what you see right here is basically the submission guideline. We're opening this to March 5th. All right, so we're giving you a whole extra week to compete because you might not have caught it on time. So the first things you need to understand is when you're looking at this application, you're gonna be looking at these characters. All right, Seth is one of the characters that's currently up in this round, all right? So you still have an opportunity to get this character. If you already submitted in the first round, submit in the second round anyway, all right? For characters that you think that you fit. You could do up to 2 characters. So please, if you think that you're a good fit for another character, please do so. Seth is one of the characters that are currently up for the YouTube series. Endocles is one of the characters, and Endocles is actually a very expensive character, all right? I think he has like $1,100 worth of lines. So whoever wins this character is going to get $1,100 to do the work, all right? Offset, everybody wants to be Offset, right? You want to be a queen. That's what you got to do, man. You got to get Offset. Daya. So Daya is one of the Titans, right? This is actually a pretty interesting character. So we're looking for a more mature voice with this character, and definitely flamboyant. Like you gotta really be a conceited individual, because Daya is a god, right? She looks at us as mere mortals, right? We need to have that energy, right? You got to have that kind of energy. Queen Olinye, she is the queen of the Minoan people, right? So she has a lot of like very strong lines, very charismatic lines. So, with her, you got to be a little bit more fiery when you're speaking, right? Oceanus, man, whoever loves being a villain, this is you. If you ever want to be a villain, a really good villain, right? This is you right here, Oceanus, right? And then Rosk. Rosk is like one of the heroes, the unnamed heroes from the ancient times, right? So he has like a whole chapter where it's about him and all the other Titans and stuff. So he's a pretty cool character. He's short-lived. You're not going to be able to do this character forever. It's one chapter that's very specific on ancient Minoa, and Rosk is the main character of that thing. So you can have really cool heroic moments, heroic lines. So definitely shoot your shot for that. All right. And you got to follow the information. Please do not wing it. All right. Do not wing it. Read the information. Do exactly what the application tells you to do, naming your files, uploading it at certain places, emailing it to the proper people. Do all that. Do not, I swear to God, please, do not do your own thing when it comes to submitting these. Because if you do your own thing, all right, it's very important. If you do your own thing, you will be automatically failed. You're going to fail automatically. Like, we purposely made it hard so that you would fail. All right. We did that because in the first round, we got over 200 applications. All right. Actually, I think we got 300 applications. So we had 300 applications. I don't want to go through 300 applications. So I want people to be weeded out. Just like you see those resumes where you have to do all this extra stuff to apply for a job. They're doing that so they could weed people out. They don't want to go through all the applications, right? So we're doing that ourselves. So please look at how the instructions are given and do it exactly the way the instructions are given. All right, it's important because we will just automatically disqualify people. We're kind of hoping to, right? Because a lot of people is going to be applying. So you got till March 5th to go and do that. I will take questions on the voice acting now. And then after that, we're going to go into the investment round part of the live stream. All right. So right now, I'm going to be taking questions about voice acting. Please shoot some questions in the voice acting. We're going to give you about 5 to 10 minutes to be answering questions. And then we're going to move on to the story about Black Sands, the animated series. All right. All right. So here we go. First question up. Let's see. First question. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Someone said, "How do I get to it if I'm not a patron?" Well, there's no way to apply for the voice acting if you're not a patron. You have to be a patron. That's the only way in. All right. So that's one thing that we always done for like historically. We've always exclusively given access to patrons when it comes to and investors when it came to voice acting because these are paid jobs, right? Like people are going to get these jobs and they're going to get paid for it, and because of that, I don't want to get somebody who's sometimes a fan who comes on specifically to get a role that other people have spent years like funding in order to make it a thing. So if you're not a person who's basically helped fund the production, right, you shouldn't be able to show up and just get benefit from the production, right, once it's being able to go out there and make big things. So that's always been my big belief. If you want to compete, you got to be a part of the community. It's the only way possible. And it's been working out pretty well. Like I said, we have 300 applications in the first round. So there's definitely a lot of people who are applying in the community. So I always appreciate that. Let's see. Let's keep going. Do I have to reactivate my Patreon account? I'm an investor. No, just apply. I think I put the link up for the WeFunder community, right? So the WeFunder community, you should have it in your updates if you're an investor, right? I'm pretty sure you are, right? So if you're an investor on WeFunder, then you can just go to that one instead. You know what I mean? Let's see. Is there a decision for round one? We haven't made decisions for round one yet. All right. The reason why we haven't done it is because we want everybody to apply for round two as well. So because some people might be better for a certain position than others. For instance, we might think you're a great fit for one character, but you might be a perfect fit for another character in round two. And then because we had like 3 people who are runner-ups and very close in round one for a character, but this person's like a perfect thing for number 2 for a second set, then I would just assign them to that character who I think they're perfect for, right? So we haven't made any final decisions on who won any characters in the first round because we're trying to keep it open in case they're really, 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 really amazing in characters in the second round. You know what I mean? So that's not decided yet. Let's see what else. Is previous voice acting experience necessary? No, and many people have won in the past who are not experienced voice actors. So I would not put a lot of salt in that, right? I wouldn't put a lot of power in being a previous one. But I would say this: listen to the advice that our casting director is giving you guys, right? And look online for ways to basically soundproof your room and be able to do a recording on a USB mic. Right? Don't do any recordings on your phone. You do that, you're probably going to fail, right? Because you won't be able to notice the problems. But on desktop, right, get a USB mic. You don't have to have the best mic in the universe. and you should be able to compete fairly, right? You never know. You might be able to win. Post link in chat. Yeah, I'll put a link in chat right now for you guys. This is for the people who haven't signed up for Patreon. Just to let you know, like I said, you can do the voice acting through Patreon. Also, Patreon will be the first round of investors. So if you're not a patron, you're not going to be the first round of investors. And you also get the digital copies of Black Sands and every other book that we have in our publishing house. You get that the second you sign up. All right. So when you sign up, you can download like freaking 60 comics day one. You know what I mean? So it's worth the money no matter what. Like it's worth the money no matter what, regardless, period. How do you feel so far about the submissions? We already have clear winners. We have clear winners as far as like top 5 people. Like we have 5 people who could be each character, right? And now we got to pick a final person, right? But we already have that. We already narrowed everything down. So things are looking really good. There ain't going to be no outside character. There's going to be no outside casting because we couldn't find somebody in the community to voice act the character. We've had really good takes. So it's going to be pretty strong. Yes, you do. Timothy, 100%. Just go to the WeFunder, and I'll put a new update up. I'll put an update up tonight with a new link. Just so you guys have access again. I already did it in the past, but I'll put another one up so everybody can just look at the most updated WeFunder link, right? And we'll go from there. All right. Let's see. I found round 2 that shows character as you, Menes, Konsu. Yeah, you're looking at a way old. That's a way old update. Whatever you're looking at might have happened in like 2020. All right. That's super old. That is super old. That is definitely 2020. Then that update came out. Look at the date of the post. Let's see what we got. An anime question. I'm going to answer that in the next segment. All right. Next segment. Let's see. Do I have to support on Patreon on a specific tier? No, any tier is fine. Any tier is fine. I'm an investor and a great voice actor. I'm an investor, and I found a great voice actor who would be great for the series. They got to go through the process. All right. It's one thing if it was your family member. If it was like a direct family member, you know, I let people do that all the time. They submit to their family all the time, right? Their spouse or their kids. They do it all the time. So that's fine. But like just some friend who might be good, they got to go through the same process. Let's see. Do you still need artists? Not yet, but we'll see. All right, we're good. All right, we're good right here. So I just answered all the questions when it comes to that. Let's change the subject and let's talk about the Black Sands anime, the thing that everybody is here about. This is the big one. All right. So I'm going to put this up in the background just because I know you guys, people who are not familiar with us don't remember this, but this was huge for us. So in the past, we had raised literally millions of dollars for Black Sands Entertainment in order to expand. And in that process, we had launched a massive app that had crazy amount of content in it. We had published like dozens of comic book series that actually live today. We have a couple that survived the process of creation and now are actually really strong titles in the industry. So we've done a lot of things over the years, including going on Shark Tank, The Breakfast Club, and everything else in order to get our brand out there to the world. And recently, I think in our last live video that we did on YouTube, we had Carl Reed up here and we were talking about the Black Sands anime, right? We were talking about what the heck is about to happen in 2024. And I'm proud to announce that in late April or early May, we're going to be launching one of the biggest investment rounds we've ever had for the Black Sands anime. And this investment round is going to be a profit sharing investment round. Extremely risky, extremely rewarding. All right. So this is what it means. You are Hollywood. right? So normally, whenever we do an anime or a movie or whatever, a live adaptation, we have to get our money from Netflix or Amazon or HBO or whatever the heck people out there make movies. We got to get the money from them. And when you get money from them, you have to give up all your creative control because it's their money, right? They got to decide how the story is going to be. They could change your entire story. They could put their own agenda in it. This is what normally happens in the process. You have no creative control over your property. However, Carl Reed, my partner, who's been the Lion Forge president for animation for over 10 years, right? He went rogue, went independent, started making a whole bunch of animated series himself, sold a bunch of them to HBO and everything else, right? And now he's working on Black Sands. We're doing Black Sands. And we're going about it 50-50. That's how we're planning on doing it, right? He's going to fund half of the production. I'm going to fund half of the production. And by me funding half of the production, and when I say me, I mean we, when we fund half of the production, we're going to take half of the freaking revenue. Do you understand? The investor pool is roughly 50% of all revenue generated, right? And the other 50% goes to the producers. The producers being Black Sands Entertainment, the corporate, and Composition Media, corporate, right? And a lot of people who are like the big players, like let's say we have like a huge celebrity who's executive producer or some big name director, and we got to give them points. All those points usually come out the producer pool, right? So the producer pool gets smaller and smaller as we bring in more big names, more partners and everything else, right? But the investor pool basically stays pretty much the same. They're 50%, right? They get their 50%. We as a community are claiming 25% of all gross revenue. Do you understand? Well, not gross, net revenue. All net revenue of Black Sands is going to be about 25%. That's going to be us. That's us. However, and this is the biggest and most important part about this whole thing. Even though we're taking 25%, if we go hyper freaking crazy, if we let all our friends know, if we get our family members to invest as well, if we basically break freaking WeFunder and destroy the campaign, Carl Reed told me he has no problem not bringing in his own investors into this production. And we could just claim the entire 50%, the entire investor pool. We can claim the entire thing for ourselves, for our community. You know how you got these people out here talking about generational wealth? You got to invest in AI. You got to do this bullshit. They always talking about ways that Black people need to go and uplift themselves. Well, why not just fund the entire production and take all the money from it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those things where if we raise $1 million, great. That's great. We basically came halfway. If we raise $2 million, there's no need for anybody else to come in. And that also means that we get to do whatever the hell we want. As far as creative decisions, we can do whatever the hell we want. Nobody can tell us what to do. So I'm thinking that we go all in, that we dominate this series. And you know what's the coolest thing about this investment round? Is that everything will be in place before we start the round. All right? This ain't going to be a blind investment. You're not going to be investing in something that may happen one day. We are already past the discovery phase of the Black Sands anime. I'm being dead honest with you. We're past the discovery phase. So we are now in pre-production. That's what we're in right now. We're building the script. The script's being written right now. We're starting to hire about voice actors and stuff like that. You want Keith David as Ra? You're going to get Keith David as Ra. And you're going to know Keith David as Ra before the investment round even begins, because he's going to tell you that he's freaking Ra. He's going to tell you. This is how we're going to be doing things. You're going to see who's the director. You're going to see who's the producer for the Black Sands anime before we ask for a single freaking dollar. All right? Because we're not going to be playing games with this. I want to do this investment round in 1 week. And that means I need to have definitive proof that we're going to absolutely obliterate this campaign. And if we are fully funded by May, if we're fully funded by May, we can go into full production in May, right? And then we'll be done with the entire freaking 3 episodes that movie. We can get that done and be in theaters by November. And before you even say that's fast, how are we going to do that? That's super quick. Just remember, Carl Reed's done it 100 times. He's done it. Like, he has hundreds of animators. He's done it so many times. There's no point arguing with him. He already did it with the new company. He already did it like 8 times with other shows that he's already sold to like HBO and stuff like that. So he could get it done, right? So that's not a problem. You know what I mean? So I'm a big believer. I'm a big believer that, you know, you don't ask for something if you don't have the product already, right? I hate the idea of I'm going to make something brand new and I ain't investing in it at all, but I want you to basically pay for it. I've always hated that. Ever since the beginning of Black Sands, I always gave you the product before I ever asked for more funding, right? I said, hey, I want to make Black Sands Chapter 2. Here's Chapter 1 for free on YouTube. So you can see what I've done already. I've invested already in this to make it. Now, please help me continue it. And then you guys helped that. I said, hey, I want to make a DVD. And then I made that. Hey, I want to make an app that has hundreds of freaking chapters of Black creators on it. I made that. It failed, right? Because it wasn't financially successful. But we had like 150,000 users. We had 150,000 users. We had literally like 600 chapters on the app. We did a fucking good job. It just wasn't financially successful. So we killed it. So Black Sands always delivers on their promises, period. We've always done that for years and years and years. Never stopped. So this new investment round that's going to be happening, we are going to deliver on it. And this is for the anime. This ain't for a concept. This ain't for a trailer. It's a $3 million production. Right? It's a $3 million production for this animated 3-episode series. All right. We're going to do 3 episodes, very high quality, about $750,000 each. And it's going to be in theaters, about 1,000 theaters in the United States minimum. All right. This is our play. This is our moment. Now, like I said, the one thing that I want to get Keith David, right? I can't guarantee it right now, but it's pretty good. It's pretty likely that we're going to get Keith David. We're also going to get a whole bunch of other voice actors from the community that we know, like the big name people. We got a lot of people who are already like ready to go. So we're going to have a very strong cast before we even go to this investment round. You're going to know these people. You're going to see their work in millions of other places. And you're going to be very excited about that as well. Right. And, you know, in this process, as an investor, you're going to get a cut. You're going to get a cut of whatever we make. Right. And that's huge. That's huge because you got to be thinking this. Black Panther did $1 billion at the box office. What did Black people get from that? Did any Black person get richer because Black Panther did $1 billion at the box office? Chadwick Boseman, when he died, unfortunately, when he died, he had a net worth of $4 million. He killed Black Panther. And he died with $4 million net worth. What happens when Black people have success in Hollywood? Nothing happens for the Black community. So this is the first time that when we do big numbers at the box office, people in our community are directly going to benefit, not 20 years from now, but immediately. Immediately. If our all-in cost for our anime is $5 million, let's say our all-in cost is $5 million, right? And we're the investors. We invested, we paid for the entire production. Right. So short of everybody getting paid back for the production costs and everything else, we are basically getting roughly 50% in net. Right. Right. So we're getting that. He said, if we did $100 million at the box office, right? So that's not a crazy number. $100 million at the box office is not a crazy number. Remember, The Sound of Freedom. Remember that movie, The Sound of Freedom? That made like $150 million at the box office. All right. And it wasn't cool. Like it was all right, but it wasn't like amazing, groundbreaking stuff, right? It just was important to a certain community. So we could do $100 million at the box office, but our $100 million at the box office will be equivalent to like $2 billion from a major company. Why? Because we're spending $5 million on the production when they spent $100 million on the production. You understand? They spent $100 million in production. They have to make like $500 million to make a profit. You know what I mean? Because all the costs for advertising and everything else, they got to make like freaking $500 million to make a profit, right? $300 million to break even on $100 million movie, and they do $100 million movies all the time because they're crazy. You know what I mean? But a $5 million anime that makes $100 million at the box office, we're getting paid. We're getting paid big, 10 to 15 times our investment amount. That sounds like a great deal, don't it? Especially for our bigger investors who I know plenty of investors in our community right now who've done consistently roughly $10,000 to $15,000 per investment round. They've done that every time. They've done it. There's about 15 to 20 people I know in our community that always drop about $10,000 to $15,000 every investment round individually, right? And if they invested, like say $15,000 and they get $150,000 in the first year after the release of Black Sands, you know what I'm saying? Like that's some crazy mess. That's some crazy mess. So, we have the opportunity to really change the game. And more importantly, if we're successful, guess what? It proves that you don't have to coon to succeed. Wouldn't that be important? Wouldn't that be something, right? You can literally succeed in Hollywood. You can literally succeed at the box office and not coon. You don't got to kiss nobody's ass. You don't got to be like, oh, I hope I don't offend nobody. I better go and soften up the black male characters. I don't want nobody to be offended, right? I better go ahead and change the story up so that everybody can like it. I got to worry about international audiences. We don't want to do that, man. We just want to get that bag. I don't care about international audiences. I care about my audience. I want black people in America to dominate the box office. That's it. If I don't get a single ticket in Europe, I'm okay with that. If I don't get a single ticket in the Middle East or in Asia, I'm okay with that. I do care about Africa and I do care about Brazil specifically, right? But they're black as hell too, so I should care about that. But I care mostly about the American audience, my black American audience. That's all I really care about. That's the people I want. I don't give a damn about anybody else. Everybody else can be like, I hate it. I don't care. I don't care. I know our audience can easily bring in $100+ million and we gonna get the bag, period. And we gonna be greedy as hell. We ain't gonna share. We ain't gonna share. So this is why I tell you guys to sign up for the Patreon community. This is why I tell you guys to sign up for the Patreon community so you can be in there day one. All right. Remember, if you guys are brand new to this whole thing, last investment round was in May of 2023, right? That's when we did our investment round. We raised $500,000 in one day just because we were doing good. Do you understand? Like we were doing good. That's it. That was the only thing that got people motivated to invest in Black Sands. We were doing better than we were before. That's it. That's the only reason why they invested in Black Sands. Imagine now this investment round, the day one number when you say, oh, Keith David is raw. Oh, we got this director from Hollywood, the big director who's doing all this. Oh, we got distribution deal with 1,000 theaters in the United States. Oh, we got all this stuff already in position, ready to move. What do you think is going to happen then? What do you think is going to happen then? Is it going to be $500K in one day? Or is it going to be like $1.5 million in one day? I don't know. All I know is if I can do $500K in one day off of just like doing good, imagine what I could do with real people who are freaking like monsters in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So get in the Patreon. Tell your friends to get in the Patreon. and save that tax check. All right. Don't spend that tax check if you don't have to. Okay. If you don't have to, save that check, man. You don't want to you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person. Save that check if you can. All right. Because this is going to be the most important investment round of your life. Now, I'm going to be taking questions. Please leave the questions on the side. The last thing we're going to be talking about is the anniversary editions, how you can get these. You can still get them, right? We only have like a couple hundred of these left, though. So we have the entire sets. I'm going to be signing them. My artist, David Lindemann, I'm going to be flying him in specifically to sign the books. He's never signed books. Every single thing I've ever done, you've never got signed copies from the actual artist of Black Sands, the main dude, the art director of the entire company. So you're going to get that too on the anniversary edition. We only have a couple hundred left because most of them are claimed by the Kickstarter backers, right? But I'm going to be talking about that at the end. Questions now about the investment round. Go right ahead, throw it in the comment section, and I'm going to start pulling them up, okay? Let's see what we got here. What's the investment website for Black Sands Anime? There is no investment website yet. We have to build the website from scratch. It will not be the same link as before. So before you got wefunder.com/Black Sands Entertainment. That one is not live anymore. Okay, so that link ain't gonna work for the movie. The movie is a completely separate thing. It's one project, one investment round, and people who are invested will be profit sharing partners in the Black Sands anime. Just that one part, that one thing that we're bringing to the movie theaters. All right. Let's see. So there really is no way of knowing how your money is doing. If you invested $100, right, in the past, and our company is more valuable today, then your investment appreciated, right? It appreciated over time, right? But there's no definitive way because we're not on the market. We're not on the public market. So there's no real like money value of your stock until we go on the public market. You know what I'm saying? Only that it appreciates or depreciates. And right now, since we're doing better than we did in the past, right? Your stock is appreciating. Remember, our last investment round was last year, and we had grown by like close to 200%. You know, the price of stock went up by a lot. Let's see. I just tuned in. Is it too late to start an investment? No, the investment round will begin in late April, early May. And the place you need to go in order to pre-sign is patreon.com/Black Sands. I'll also be giving people access to my phone number list so you can get text messages. Text messages seem to work very strongly in the past. So I do have a text messaging service for the investment round. It's only going to be for the investment round. You're probably only going to get like maybe 5 texts in total over the entire course of the investment round, right? But people tend to look at their texts, right? So I'm gonna let everybody sign up for that in March, right? And you guys can get that text messages. Let's see. What about the WeFunder investors who invested in the company years ago? So the great thing about this project, right, of the anime, is let's say you can't invest in the anime, right? But you invested in Black Sands Entertainment, right? Black Sands Entertainment never lost the rights to the anime or animated shows or anything. We never sold our rights definitively. We are 50-50 partners with Composition Media. So everything that we make for the next 7 years is a 50-50 split between Composition Media and Black Sands Entertainment. So let's say this thing blows up out of control, right? It's massive, biggest project of all time. It gets billions of dollars, whatever, right? Black Sands Entertainment is getting that check. Black Sands Entertainment never lost those rights. And that means the Black Sands Entertainment's value is directly correlated with the value of the show. So if an animated series blows up and it becomes a freaking massive success, it only means that the company as a whole, Black Sands Entertainment, becomes a massive success. There are a lot of projects where the actual project that was sold off is a massive success and the original project is left behind with there's no growth on the original project. And then that person's basically left out while there's billions of dollars being made off of the ID that they created. A great example of this is The Witcher. Everybody loves The Witcher, right? The Witcher is amazing. Did you know that The Witcher was basically sold for like $50,000 to make the video game series? And the video games blew up. The video games made like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And actually, the creators of the video games who didn't have to pay him anything, they gave him like a big ass check one day as just an appreciation. But legally, they didn't have to pay him anything because they paid $50,000 for the rights to make the Witcher games, right? And they own those rights forever in perpetuity. They own the rights to the video game franchise of The Witcher, even though right, the original creator was a part of it and still part of it. He doesn't do anything besides advise. So that happens all the time in Hollywood. Won't happen with Black Sands. We are 50-50 partners, and the rights are not forever. They're for 7 years. How you like them apples? So yeah, investors who can invest in the Black Sands anime, but already have invested in the Black Sands entertainment, they will still see benefit from the success of Black Sands, the anime, because their stock value will go up if Black Sands, the anime, does well at the box office, because the company's value will go up. Doesn't matter how much you invest. Well, yes, your return depends on how much you invest, but you don't have to go crazy. All right. So I think a reasonable ask for anybody is $500. But if you can only do 100, do 100, right? But I would try to hit at least $500. You know what I mean? That's what I would do personally. I would try to hit at least $500. And we're going to have special investor cards as well, just like we did last round. People love the investor cards, so we're going to do it again. This time for the anime though. If I'm an investor, will I also have invested to be a part of that? Wait a second. If I'm an investor, if I'm an investor, I've already invested, be a part of the next. I have no clue what that means. You will be the first people to invest. Previous investors will be the first people to invest, as well as the patrons. All right. So you guys get exclusive access. Like the first 3 days, you get access, or if we hit a certain number, right? So if we hit like $1 million in the first 12 hours, right? Then I'll open it up, because people who follow me on social media deserve a shot to get in there as well, right? There's a lot of momentum built, but most likely the previous investors and the patrons, they'll be the first investors. They get their exclusive chance to go and invest early, get the better rates, because there's always better rates at the beginning. I give a discount at the beginning all the time. So better rates at the beginning, so they get a huge discount on their stock, especially if they're investing big, right? And that's what's up. Would a Black Sands anime be different than? Yeah, it's one project. It's one project. Okay, so this is a straight up specific project that you're investing in. It's not Black Sands Entertainment at all. It's just a movie. That's what you're investing in. Let's see. If we have any. Okay, if we have or had any gains through WeFunder, you ain't getting any gains through WeFunder. So that's the thing that we have to understand. The only thing that happens on WeFunder is your stock price goes up or down. That's it. That's the only thing that happens. You can't sell your shares, right? Because we don't have any place to sell them, right? So there's no selling of shares, right? Until we go public, you can't really sell your shares. And that's not going to be for a while. So you can't use your gains as far as value to do anything, right? It's just a gain. It's on your books, right? But nothing has happened yet. Let's see. I believe I just answered this one. $500 is a great price to sit at. It's just a comfortable price. I'm gonna have, like, my highest tier for my cards is usually $2,000. That's for a card. Like if you want the highest tier colored card, it's $2,000. But usually, $500 is like a golden spot for, like, if it does do well, you'll make a good chunk of money. The minimum is $100. Minimum is $100, no matter what. Let's see. So my financial info on WeFunder for last year still in the records. Where do you pre-sign on this site? No, you just join the community. Joining the Patreon community, right? So here's the link again: patreon.com/Black Sands. Joining the community means you're going to get exclusive access to all the information about the investment round. You can talk on Discord and talk to other investors, and you're going to get early access to the investment round. You're even going to be able to preview in the investment round. So we give you an option to actually preview the investment round as we're building the page. You'll have access to the preview page, and you can actually look at all the information we're putting in as we're putting it in, right? And you can like basically put yourself on the wait list and everything else so that you can get in there first. The investment round link is not going to be public until we make it public. So only people who can actually get the investment link will be our investors from previous rounds and our patrons. So if you're not a patron, you're not getting in, period. We already did that. We just haven't announced it yet. So the conversion did go through for BSP Comics to BSE. So we're going to be sending out a notification on that in the next week or two. But we closed that out. Everything's done for that. So the investors, there's nothing really you're going to have. This is more of a WeFunder thing. So WeFunder will have the information about the investor, the shares being converted over. And there's a whole bunch of stuff we got to do on the back end just to show the numerical values. But basically, the SPV of Black Sands Publishing is now converted to Black Sands Entertainment, and there's a stock price change, right? Because you got like $1 million of stock for Black Sands Entertainment. So there you go. That's how it's gonna work. We're gonna send you all the legal information so you can see it, right? As far as how many shares do I own now, you got to do the calculation. So if you have X amount of shares at this price, right, and now your price per share is this, just do the calculation. You'll be able to calculate how many shares you have now, but they're in BSE. You know what I mean? Let's see. With a new investment round website, include perks, the investor cards. We're going to do the investor cards again. People love the investor cards, so we're going to do it again. It's a great idea. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Now, a lot of people say they haven't received their investor card. You don't get my emails. So please just email me, right? You have to have one of my emails. So please email me and say, I haven't got the investor card yet. I need to order the investor card. And then I'll send you the link to the investor card. Please send me your tier too. So however much you invested over the years, let me know how much it was. And then I'll give you the link to the investor card so you can order it. All right. The card's free. So long as you use the discount code, you can get 2 cards, right? You just got to pay for shipping. That's it. Okay. The cards are free though. Can you do 500 in portions? Nope, can't do that. You got to do it all in one time. Let's see. All right, I'm going to stop the questions for now so I can go into our final section. So our final section, we're going to be talking about the anniversary editions. So a lot of you people who invested in, I'm not invested, but backed the Kickstarter campaign, you had wanted to get the anniversary editions of Black Sands. Now, these are special limited edition hieroglyphs, right? These are hieroglyph mode versions of Black Sands. Now, if you came here because you got an email from me, right, then I gave you the link to this anniversary edition in that email. It's at the bottom of the email, all right? So just check that out if you need the link. But basically, the anniversary editions are special hieroglyph versions of all the hardcovers, cover 1 through 5, all right? So 5 different hardcover books covering chapter 1 through 16 of Black Sands. This is not something you should give to your kids, all right? Because this is going to be very valuable one day. There are 1,000 copies of these that we bought for all those books, right? So 1,000 sets. And our Kickstarter backers claimed about 600 of them, right? So we only have like 400 sets that are available left. So, so what we're doing is we're allowing our biggest fans, the people who actually want to like collect our books and stuff like that, we're giving them a chance to go and order these books for themselves, and they're going to be included in our big delivery at the end of March. Now, the cool thing about these anniversary editions is that you're going to be able to get them signed by me and also my artists. So you know the guy, David Letterman? You know this guy, David Letterman right here? He's getting flown in from China. All right. So he's a Frenchman living in China. He works for like Ubisoft and stuff like that. So he does all the statuettes. He does all that really expensive stuff in art. He does that for them. And he also is the main artist of the whole Black Sand series. He's helped me build this entire thing. And I'm flying him out here to the United States so he can sign all the books of the anniversary editions as well. That means that you're going to have very, very, very exclusive books. All right. This is like the peak of exclusivity. All right. Because he's never signed books in the 6.5 years that Black Sands has existed. He has never signed a book for anyone. Right. So he's going to be out here doing that as well. You can get all the anniversary editions, and you can also get the ultimate hardcovers as well, the regular ones, and I'll be signing those as well if you want to add that to your order. But the main thing is getting the anniversary editions. Now, they're more expensive than the normal ones, right? Normal ones, if you got all 5 hardcovers, you get it'd be $100, right? The anniversary editions are $140. That's how much it is, all right? Additionally, if you are a patron, you get a 20% global discount. So if you guys don't know, a lot of our patrons have global discounts that last forever. They have a special discount code. It's on Patreon. They have a special discount code that never expires. It's 20% off our store for life, right? For life. So a lot of people use that code to go and order things. So while it might be $140, 20% off. All right, 20% off if you use your patron code. All right. Get the set because, like I said, it's one of those things that's never going to be printed again. These are very limited edition. They're freaking hieroglyph, for Christ's sake, right? And something that's definitely going to be a major collector's item in the future that a lot of people are going to be benefiting off of. So I always like having those massive collector's items and stuff like that. And I think this one right here is probably one of the things that I'm most proud of because it's such a cool idea, right? I mean, hieroglyph covers. Let me show you too. I think I got some images of it right now. Let me see here. There we go. All right, let me go pull this up for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Share screen. There we go. So if you look right here, right, and 15 people already bought it. That was patrons and stuff like that, right? But we're actually releasing it right now for everybody. And these books are freaking dope, man. Like, let me go ahead and see if I can pull it up and make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? There we go. So let's see here. We got these, right? If you look at the books, these are what the books look like. Like when you're looking at them from close range, like this is what they look like. I love them because it's rare to see comics, any kind of comic that looks like this. You know what I'm saying? And when we're making these things, right? When we're making these kind of comics, this is exclusive stuff, man. This is the kind of stuff that you'll never see ever again in your lifetime. Like nobody else has ever done comic books that even look slightly like ours. We've always been the best since God knows how long, right? And we'll continue to be the best in the future. You know, so if you want the link to that, let me go ahead and give it to you now, right? And let's see if we can do a live goal. Let's see if we can get a live goal here. So normally I don't do live goals, but today I'm feeling a little spunky. So I'm going to go and do a live goal. I'm putting the link in the chat right now for the bundle, right? For the anniversary edition bundle. And what I would like to do, the goal, let me see if I got the goal right. So we have about 15 sold. I would like to sell 25 by the time I leave this live session. So that means 10 more copies, right? 10 more bundles. So if you want to buy a bundle right now, feel free to do so. I'll give you a shout out for yourself. I'll still answer questions right now. I'll give you about 10 more minutes of answering questions, right? And any questions now. It don't have to be about one particular thing. Any questions you have, we'll go through them. I'll also talk about the video game because that's a huge one. That's a huge one. And that's something I want to tell you guys about only because it's been very successful. So I'm going to leave that there for now. I just gave you the link in the comment section. Feel free to click it. Feel free to order if you want. And let's go through this video game. So just recently, a studio that was given to me, an animation studio that was given to me by Carl Reed, just finished all the animations for the Black Sands RPG demo, right? So we have a vertical slice for the Black Sands RPG, and they just did all the animations. They just finished all the animations for the whole thing. So we're going to be implementing that over the next 2 weeks or so and fixing any bugs or whatever that comes up. And we should have a finished product in about 2 weeks, right? This is something that we're going to be taking to Xbox because we want to see if we can get an Xbox exclusive deal about the Black Sands RPG, because if we did that, then it's only going to add more and more to our success. Now, the cool thing about the Black Sands RPG is that we don't have outside investors on that. So we own it 100%, right? It's 100% owned by us. We get an Xbox exclusive deal. We're going to get millions of downloads no matter what. And our brand is going to be even bigger than it used to be, right? So I'm pretty excited about this. A JRPG is what we're building because I'm a huge fan of traditional RPGs, turn-based RPGs. And you know, it's raw story, right? This is raw story. So I couldn't be more excited about it. I mean, this is literally what I built. You know, this is all I've ever worked for was to make this. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, right? If I don't, like, this is the one thing that I have to hit on because I'm a video gamer. Like I play games all the freaking time. It's almost shockingly impressive how the hell I'm able to build a multi-million-dollar corporation and make books for a living with how much video games I play normally. I could tell you guaranteed I play at least 40 hours of games a week. At least. Minimum. I'm a night owl. I stay up to like 5 o'clock at night, sometime 3 to 5 o'clock at night, every night. I can't help it. It's the way my mind's triggered. It works that way, right? And I play games all the time, and I'm so inspired by them. That's why I usually have really good ideas and really good writing skills. It's because I'm an RPG fanatic, right? And it's crazy how much I do it and still am an extremely functional human being, right? Right? So video games is like core to me. It's core to me. And that's why I feel like the video game industry with Black Sands might be our biggest breadwinner out of all the productions we ever do. You know what I'm saying? I think the gaming industry is unparalleled when it comes to profits. Like movies, whatever, nothing compares to the video game industry. The video game industry gets bank, right? And we need to get our feet in there, man. We need to dominate in that space. And I think we can, right? Because we have dope content and we have trendy TikTok content, right? We got that content that'll trend on TikTok. So we need to be getting some big money there. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Will there be any auditions for the RPG? No, there's not that many characters for the RPG, so we already cast everybody. For it. Yeah, there's not that many characters who are going to be talking in the RPG. So yeah. Let's see. When will previous purchasers get their anniversary editions? The end of March. The end of March / early April, right? Because the books get here mid-March. The books get here mid-March. We sign all the books at the end of March, right? Once we got them, we got to sign them, and then we ship them. All right. And if you already filled out your survey on Kickstarter, you're good to go, right? We got your address. We're going to ship it to you. You don't have to pay no shipping because we already paid for shipping, right? So you're just going to get your books, right? And you'll get tracking and everything else. It'll be pretty standard. It'll be pretty standard. You'll know exactly when they're coming. And so long as you look at that tracking number, you should be good to go. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Travis Rogers, thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Yo, the anniversary editions are going to be elite, man. Like, please do not give these to your kids. I know you want to, but don't do it. Put it in the freaking in the closet, man. Don't give these to your kids. These are going to be so valuable one day, man. These are going to be like mint condition Black Sands anniversary editions signed by both creators. Oh my God. That's like $45,000. They're so rare because everybody gave them to the kids. Everybody gave them to the kids, so a few survived. So if you're a collector, man, put it away, seal it, and put it away. You know, protect your legacy. Oh, Edward, you invest in games? Yeah, man. We're gonna start pushing that envelope, man. We're gonna start pushing that envelope in gaming, man. And it's been working out well. It's been working out well. We already got a deal with Xbox for distribution. So we got a deal for Xbox distribution. They paid us to distribute on Xbox, right? They already paid us for that. Now I want an Xbox exclusive deal where they pay for the entire production and they market it. I want that, right? That's what I want. So Xbox has been very nice to us. Microsoft has been very nice to us in the past, right? So let's see how far it goes. But I love Microsoft, man. What game be like Shenmue? It'll be like Battle Chasers. Have you ever seen Battle Chasers or Epic 7? It's gonna be like that, right? It's gonna be like that. It's not gonna be open world. It's gonna be like Epic 7, Battle Chasers, Octopath Traveler, that kind of vibe. All right, but it's gonna be a lot better graphics. It's gonna have graphics that are more in line with like anime. You know what I mean? Oh, Mott, thank you. Appreciate you for real. Big time. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Precious Lloyd, appreciate you so much. Real talk. Like I said, I'm gonna be signing them all. So please. Oh shit. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I forgot about the biggest fucking news in the country. Wait, my dumb ass ain't even. I can't believe I didn't freaking tell you about this. This is stupid of me. I got all y'all here, and I forgot to tell you about the most important thing that's happened so far. From a business side perspective, we've been working on this forever. So as you know, Black Sands does sell into trade distribution. That means the regular industry, right? When I sell a book to you, it's direct to consumer. When I sell to Barnes and Noble, it's direct to business, right? Businesses have not been buying Black Sands, right? I've had to sell directly to consumers my entire life. I had to do all the work. I had to do all the memes. I had to do everything to get people to buy my book, right? However, recently, Giselle has been putting in a lot of work to go and reach the certain people who make these decisions. And we finally got to a big enough dog in Books A Million for them to give us a test on whether Black Sands is a good fit for Books A Million. And they do a small test. They bought 900 copies of Black Sands. I have no clue where the hell they put them, but they're in Books A Million somewhere, right? Somewhere, Books A Millions across the United States, they got Black Sands. They got Black Sands in there, and there's 900 copies of them in there right now. It's a test. They want to see whether the Black consumer is worth a damn or not. Do you understand? For the longest time, Black content in Books A Million, Black content in Barnes and Noble, Black content in Walmart was exclusively decided by rich white people in New York or LA. That's it. The big dogs, the big publishers, they would tell you what Black people want to buy. And that was the decisions that were made. BookScan is the #1 system for how they tell which books are popular and which books are trash. And BookScan only tells you numbers of sales in the industry. Guess what? If you're not automatically in the industry because you're not from a traditional publisher, you can't get BookScan numbers. You just can't. Your sales on Amazon, they don't count. Your sales in public, they don't count. The only counts are the ones that come from Barnes and Noble. The only ones that count are the ones that come from Books A Million and Walmart and Target and all those places that are real, like, industry places. Do you understand? So when Books A Million decides that they're going to test and do a big test on whether Black Sands and the brand of Black Sands is a good fit for the industry, we better freaking answer the call. Do you understand? So if you already own Black Sands, I don't give a damn. You need to go to Books A Million, your local Books A Million, go up in there, make a video too, and look for some black. Go right to the desk. Hey, I heard y'all got Black Sands. Where's Black Sands? I want to get the whole set. Now they got book 1, 2, and 3 Black Sands. So you say I want the whole set. I want 1, 2, 3, and 4. They don't got 4 for whatever reason. They order 4. Tell them they got to. I want 4 too. So when you get book 1, 2, and 3, they don't have to order number 4 because you requested it, right? If they don't have Black Sands in their local Books A Million, tell them to stock it. In the meantime, order it from the website booksamillion.com or whatever the hell it is. I think it's BAM, right? Order Black Sands from their website. This takes away from their inventory. They have to fulfill it. So they have to, even if the book is in freaking Tennessee, they got to ship it to you. So they're going to take it out of their inventory. Eventually, critical mass will happen where they have no way to source it. They can't source the orders. So what do? They do a 5,000 book test. And what do they do after that? They do a 20,000 book test. Do you understand? This is how it works. And most people would never get this shot. If you get into Books A Million as an independent creator, they're going to get like 10 copies. And it's going to be in one store. And that's it. That's their test. And they're not really testing anything. They're just being nice to a local offer. So they're like, hey, we're going to get a local offer. But if we sell 900 books in 2 weeks directly through Books A Million, it's going to break their whole system because now they know that actual Black consumers can make choices too in the industry. And they'll start making decisions on which books are in their stores based off Black consumers, not what Hollywood or Disney says Black consumers want, but what the consumers are actually buying. So this is your mission, all right? If you got an extra $60, go to freaking Books A Million and get you a set of Black Sands. Make a video of you going in there, getting a set of Black Sands, and make it public. Like everybody know, hey, we got to get this because it's our time to finally get some no agenda having, Black male image empowering, Black family unit enforcing comic books about ancient African history. We want that in the goddamn bookstore, and we don't care what anyone tells us. We're going to get that secured for our community. All right? So do that. That's your mission. That's your mission for the next 2 weeks. Sell out Black Sands and Books A Million. I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you about this crap. This is crazy. All right? So I'm going to be sending out more updates on it. I'm going to give you direct links to Books A Million on the website so you can go right to our books. But Books A Million is testing the waters. They want to see whether Black consumers will really buy this book or not. Now, I just sold hundreds of thousands of books, so I know you guys buy it. But this is a test. They are literally testing whether the Black consumer matters or not, or whether they should just keep going with the advice of Disney and all the other rich super people out there who own the comic book and publishing industry. I think we can show them that we dominate, that we actually run it. So let's make sure that Books A Million has a hard time, right, dealing with the demand of Black Sands, just like we had dominated on Amazon. Remember about 2 years ago when we were #1 selling comic book on Amazon, and we had outdid Jujutsu Kaisen and Avatar and every single comic that they had, every manga they had. We dominated them and beat their ass, right? We sold I think we did freaking 6,000 books in like a week on Amazon. We were killing the Amazon algorithm. We destroyed it. We need to do the same thing here with Books A Million because it matters. If Black Sand wins, I guarantee you other creators that you like, other creators who have absolutely no fucking chance of getting into Books A Million will finally get that meeting. They'll finally get a meeting where they can be included as well. Because right now, ain't nobody gonna make it until Black Sands makes it. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. We're rich enough, we're strong enough, we have enough people around that we can actually get that meeting. But most people will never be able to get this opportunity. We have to be the first. Once we break the door down, others may be able to follow. You understand? So let's get it done. I'm gonna go to the questions right now. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Get your anniversary editions if you want your anniversary editions. If you're a collector, you just want that piece of history, go ahead and grab it. It's an amazing series. And like I said, number one mission, if you got 60 bucks, if you got a spare 60 bucks and you already have Black Sands, go to Books A Million anyway and get it for somebody else. Get it for your sister's kids. Get it for your brother's kids. Get it for your grandparents. I don't care. Get Black Sands. Sell them out. Let people know that they're there. Let's freaking dominate the messaging. The messaging is what we have to control. In order to succeed in America, we have to dominate the messaging, right? All right, let's see these questions. Somebody said, I got my funds right to invest now. Hey, keep it right, okay? It's coming. You will be able to invest 100%. Keep it right. Unless you're in Canada. All the Canadian people figure it out now, all right? Canada can't invest. Most of the time, Canada can't invest on WeFunder. So figure out a loophole now. Find a family member in the United States or the UK to invest for you on your behalf, right? Do it that way. That's the best way to handle it. Hey, JD, 100%. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Hey, voice acting second round. I told you I'm gonna put a new link up tonight. Okay. So after this is over, I'm gonna put a new link up on WeFunder specifically for you guys to go and do your last second announcements. I believe you were in the first one. I think you even got a character first time around. So just compete, right? Compete for it. Okay. You got time. March 5th. I gave people extra time so they can do it. All right. yeah, I'm not serious, right? The kids will destroy books. I mean, the book's gonna survive because they're library bound, right? But it's gonna be a little bit damaged. And then all of a sudden, the mint condition Black Sands anniversary editions, the mint condition ones, that's the ones that's gonna have the value. All right, so be careful, be careful, be careful. Let's see. Yeah, make sure to email me, okay? I know you got the email before. Just email me, respond to any of the emails that you get from me, and I'll be able to send you that link, okay? Let's see. Hey, the Goat Man, what's good? Appreciate you. Thank you. On WeFunder, it shows our investment is 6 times its value. Yeah, if you were an investor back in 2020, the very beginning, the share per price was like $1. $1 was the share per price. Now the price, my bad, price per share. Now the price per share, if you were an early stage investor, right, was $6.45. That's if you bought early in the investment round. But the final price was about, I think it was $7.15 or something. So the final stock price right now, what all stock is worth, is like $7.15. I don't know exactly what the number is, but I think it's like $7.15. That means that as an investor, if you bought stock and you had $1 stock, your stock was $1 at the time, and now there's $7, right? And that means that the value of your investment has increased by 700%. Just saying. Yeah, we're growing. We're growing. Like I said, just email me, okay? If you ain't email me, if you can't email me, right? Just message me on any platform, WeFunder or Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. Instagram's a great one. Message me on Instagram. Like all of y'all follow me on Instagram. I know that. So follow me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, that's crazy. But Black Sands Entertainment on Instagram and just DM me. Easy way to get me. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Paul C. Thank you. Appreciate you for getting those signed copies. Oh, George Jackson, what's up, man? Y'all, everybody's getting the books. Thank y'all. Let me check on this real quick. Everybody's saying they got it, and I ain't even paying attention to it. Let me go and check back on there real quick. Y'all blow me away. Let me go and refresh it because it's not refreshed. Let me see. Whoa, wait a minute. Now we got 35. Y'all done put 20 up. Y'all sneaky. Y'all sneaky as hell. Because I wasn't even paying attention to it because I was talking about Books A Million. But y'all sneaky as hell. We done got 35. Y'all are amazing. Appreciate y'all. Maria, appreciate you 100%. Look at that. Peter Williams, what's up? Are you gonna make more kids toys? That's a conversation for after the anime. We're gonna be doing licensing deals. We're not making them, but somebody else will. I promise you that. Somebody else is gonna make some toys for Black Sands. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen 100%. Rita, thank you. Appreciate you. Travis, 100%. DL, 100%. Yeah, one thing. Yeah, I think Books a Million is not in northern. It's not in northern states much. It's mostly in the South. There's a lot in the South, right? And we're big in Alabama too. So please, if you have a Books a Million anywhere, go in there and raise hell. All right, raise hell. It's very important that you raise hell, that you take pictures, that you send me pictures, that you tag me online, right? Tag me on Instagram and TikTok. Make pictures, make noise, because this is the biggest test of our lives. All right. You don't understand. If a book is successful in regular trade sales and trade distribution, that book could sell millions of copies, right? Because it's a different world. The industry is a very different world. I have to work for every single book I sell when I'm selling online or I'm selling on what's called, I have to work for that. I have to put time to get one sale. But if I am in Books a Million, they're selling, they're promoting, they're advertising. I don't got to do nothing. They're doing everything, and they're paying me my 40%, right? So I make less money on it per book, but I don't put any work in, which means that I can just make books. I can just keep making lots and lots of books, make more books faster, because I'm not working nonstop trying to sell, because the only way I can make money. So the Books a Million thing is huge, not just for Black Sands, but also for the investors, because it makes a different source of income, a source of income that's independent of Manuel Godoy's work and experience and everything else. It's completely independent. You know what I'm saying? Independent avenues of wealth is always great when it comes to the stability of a corporation, right? So Books a Million, man, we gotta do it. Hey, is that the one in New Jersey? Let's see what we got here. When did they go on sale to books? They might already be there, because I think they ordered about a week ago. I think they got the books about a week ago. I don't know if they are. Please check. Let me know if you see them, right? Ask their staff. It's on the website already. So if I go to Books a Million, let me see if I can go to Books a Million right now. Books a Million. Let me see. Not right now. Let's just go to the website. Books a Million. And I type in at the top, Black Sands. Stop it. Pop-ups, hundreds of pop-ups. No thanks. Okay, let's see. Let me go share the screen on that too. Let me see. Let's share the screen on Books a Million so we know we're there. Right. So boom. All right. We're in Books a Million. We're here. Let's see what we got. All right, Books a Million. Let's go to the top bar. Let's look up Black Sands, see if we can find it. All right, so there we go. Hey, we actually got all 4 on there. Oh shit, they got all 5 on there. Wait a minute now. Oh, they got the animated editions on there too. What the hell? I don't think that was on there before. That's funny. Well, the bottom line is this. These are the books that you can buy now. Black Sands 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can buy all those. So if you can't, right? Oh, it says out of stock, but 100% it probably is. Right? Let's see what happens if you press like in stock, right? View cart. Let's just see what happens. It says out of stock. Oh, delivery in stock. All right, see? So it says store pickup out of stock, but in same day delivery out of stock, but delivery in stock. The reason why they say the delivery is in stock is because we are sourced through PGW, right? PGW Ingram, they sell our books to the industry. So they can get the books at any time from PGW and Ingram. So they can answer these no matter what. So no matter where you are in the country, if you order through Books a Million for the books on their website, you can actually get the books. right? You can get the books delivered to you if they don't have it in the store. I prefer we destroy that 900 books that they have in stores. I don't know where they're at yet, right? But when we do find them, we're going to blow it up, right? You like, oh, I just found out they in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm in here right now. I'm going to make sure Birmingham, Alabama gets the flood, right? We're going to flood places. Oh, man, this is great. I love this feeling of accomplishment. And I love the feeling of actual forward progress. I hate when we don't have forward progress. You know what I mean? Because you've seen over the years how many people hate Black Sands, right? You see how many years how many people try to distract from the good that we do, right? When we did $100,000 of investment into other people's dreams, making comic books that aren't our ideas, it's their ideas, right? And we put $100,000 into their books, right? So they can finally tell stories about other parts of African history, right? People said that we were assholes. People said that we were arrogant, that we were toxic masculine, all these things because they were mad that a regular Black man married to a Black woman and has Black kids was successful without pandering, right? I didn't pander, right? So they were super mad about that. Why don't you include this and include that? I don't feel like it. I only worry about my customer base, which is Black parents and their kids and grandparents too. Believe it or not, we have an absurd amount of grandparents who love Black Sands. All right. Like 60-year-olds are all in on Black Sands. So this is dope. Right. But I only focused on that my entire career. And people always tried to come after me and take me down and try to humble me. Let's humble Black Sands. He can't be the one to make it. But who else has been doing anything for our community? Really? Like I have receipts on the things that I've done, the people that I've hired, the people I've given entire opportunities to, the publishing deals, the royalty deals. You know, I've done a lot and I will do more, right? I will do a lot more because unlike everybody else who's doing things specifically for their own personal success, you've seen what I walk around in. Do I walk around in Versace? Do I flex new cars? Do I go around the world just flexing with my wife and we do all these extravagant things? You see jewelry on my hands? I don't give a fuck about money, really. I'm very comfortable. I'm comfortable. I have a lot of money, but I don't spend it. I'm a very average guy when it comes to my lifestyle, right? And because of that, I'm very good with my money. In fact, our corporation right now has about $1.3 million in the bank just for rainy days. We don't want to spend it. We don't spend it unless we need to. When we do this anime and it actually releases, we're going to have a lot of marketing dollars just available. We'll just be able to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing for the anime when it comes because we have it available. We have emergency funds because I am a practical Black man, and a practical Black man cannot rely on the generosity of the industry to bail me out if I need help, right? If I need a $500,000 line of credit, even though I've done so much and have so much sales, they might not give it to me because I'm Black. They might say, oh, well, you're risky. When you know I'm not. But they might do that just because I'm a Black-owned business. So I don't rely on nobody. I like making sure that rainy day happens. We can always handle it. We're very frugal. We don't flex. We don't do any of the bullshit that everybody else does. We don't believe in scams like the NFTs and AI and all the other stuff that everybody kept doing, and then all of it failed. We were always on the right side of history when it came to the new breakthroughs in Black wealth. We always were on the right side of history. So you just got to understand that Black Sands is probably one of the most positive companies in the Black community, period, bar none, with real like things that has been accomplished for the Black community. And with our teachers and educators loving the content themselves. So teachers, educators, parents, the kids, they all love the content that we're creating, on top of the fact that we're hiring so many Black people and giving Black people so many opportunities. You just can't help but be a part of this movement. You need leaders. You need people who can actually get things done in these spaces, because that cool idea that you saw on TikTok, that cool idea you saw on Instagram that's worth, oh, this is a great idea, somebody should do it. They're never going to do it. They're never going to do it. The same idea has been running around for the last 10 years. They're never going to do it because at the end of the day, they answer to people in Hollywood. They answer to people in the comic industry. They don't answer to you. So they're never going to do it. I answer to you. You're the only people that matter. The only people that hold me accountable are you guys, right? So at the end of the day, because you are the people who tell me what to do, you are the people who check me, you are the people who rage email me, right? Where's my anniversary editions? It's been 18 months. I've got those emails. Those emails hurt, right? And it was slow. I was slow on making these anniversary editions. I can't front on that, right? I underestimated how long it would take. But I am held accountable by my community, right? The ones that matter. So I appreciate you guys so much for being here and supporting me all these years. Like I said, if you want to get the anniversary editions, you can. It's in the emails that we sent you when we gave you the link to this YouTube series. So just go back in that email. You can check it. You can get the link there if you want the anniversary editions. If you just want books for the book's sake or you want to get gifts for somebody, buy them from Books A Million. Those numbers count. Those numbers count from that 900. If they sell 1,000, 2,000 books, even when they don't have 1,000, 2,000 books, they're going to order a lot more books for Black Sands. So please, let's put pressure on Books A Million so that we can actually prove that Black consumers matter in this space. You know what I mean? This is where the black dollar actually gets to keep, right? And this is where the black dollar actually circulates. Remember how all people always say the black dollar leaves the Black community immediately. Now with Black Sands, if the Black Sands anime does great, Black community gets the dollars. You know what I mean? If you buy a Black Sands toy from Walmart, who gets the money? Black Sands Entertainment. Do you understand? Like everything's coming back to the source because we never sold our soul. We never sold our rights because we had a very strong army behind us. The community was behind us. And it was a hard road. We suffered over 5 years with no opportunities, no chances, right? But now we're here. We're here and we're going to freaking conquer. We're not going to ask for a seat at the table. We're just going to conquer. We're just going to take the shit. Right? Why should I be humble now? Why should I go in and be like, oh, I'm so thankful for being here? No, I deserve to be here. And this is what you're going to do. That's the energy we're going to have as Black Sands Entertainment for the rest of our lives. And this is the kind of community that we want to build. A community of people who don't take crap from nobody. We are unapologetic. We are our ancestors' people, and we will dominate again in the future. So if you're one of those people, if you're one of us, drop a fist in the chat, and I will holler at y'all later. Harass Books A Million for Black Sands, right? And these anniversary editions will go out at the end of March / April, and the investment round is at the end of April. Get your money right, be ready, so you can get stock, not just stock, but profit sharing rights for the Black Sands anime, which is set to release in November of 2024. Yes, roughly 6 to 8 months from now. Let's go. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Appreciate you all. It's been a long meeting, probably one of our longest meetings, but I felt like we spent really good quality time together. So thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. And remember to tell all your friends and family members that at Books A Million we got Black Sands. Let's go and wipe them out, and let's break records. Peace.